Hi, virtual learners. I'm back with another chapter of Captain Awesome to the Rescue. We, last time, were introduced to Turbo, the class pet in Miss Beasley's class. Let's find out more about what happens with Eugene in chapter number 5, Lunchtime Surprise. There was one thing about Sunnyview that was the same as Eugene's old school. He could smell the mystery meatloaf surprise long before he saw it. Eugene got his lunch and went to find a seat. There was a sinking feeling in his stomach, and it wasn't from the smell of the mystery meatloaf. It was that horrible feeling that all new kids get. Where to sit in the cafeteria? Meredith and her friends sat at one table. No chance Eugene would sit with them. There was an open seat next to Mike Flinch, but he smelled like Eugene's grandpa. He spent most of his time in the backyard digging for lost pirate treasure. "Hey, Eugene, yo, over here!" Charlie Thomas Jones called out. Charlie was the one boy who didn't laugh when Meredith Mooney was teasing Eugene. Eugene put down his tray and sat. Charlie brought his own lunch. He had 2 cans of squirt cheese and a stack of crackers. He squirted little mountains of cheese on top of each cracker. "You sure do like cheese," Eugene commented. "It's better than that stuff." Charlie pointed to the rectangle on Eugene's tray. "You're eating the mystery meatloaf surprise." If a supervillain ever created a blob of gooey garbage to rob Eugene of his Captain Awesome powers, it would probably look a lot like the grayish-brown meat thing sitting on Eugene's tray. "What's the surprise?" Eugene asked. "You'll find out," Charlie said. "You must have an iron stomach stronger than Super Dude to eat that stuff." "Super Dude?" Eugene was shocked. "You know who Super Dude is?" "I have every one of his comic books," Charlie proudly said. "I've also got a Super Dude action figure on my dresser and this talking Super Dude watch." Charlie pressed a button on his watch. "Danger is my middle name," the watch announced. "Super Dude's my most favorite superhero ever." Eugene liked Charlie, but he wasn't sure if it was a good idea to tell him about his secret identity as Captain Awesome just yet. Eugene took a bite of meatloaf and made a yuck face. "Surprise!" Charlie laughed. Eugene laughed, then gagged. He spit out his bite of mystery meatloaf surprise and hid it under a pile of corn. At least, he thought it was corn. Next time, we will find out about the Lost Hamster Weekend. So what do you think of Charlie, Eugene's new friend? How can you tell that Charlie might be a really good friend for Eugene? Number 1, he was kind to him. He saw him in the lunchroom and he said, "Hey, come sit by me." Someone who offers to have you sit by them, probably a good chance they're a good friend if they're kind to you. Also, they had something in common. They both really liked the same superhero. A good friend is someone that you oftentimes have things in common with. Usually you like the same kind of things. Thanks for listening to my story today. See you next time.